was at home with his mom. Seems like something's always going wrong. Mom was sleeping in her room. You better be quiet or she'll come out soon. Drug field rages day to day. But it makes for a funny story today. On 97th Street. On 97th Street. On 97th Street. Me and my friend Joey spent a lot of our time watching Jackass and trying our best to copy it. We made this knockoff version called Dumbass and did a lot of stupid things, one of which was boxing with sock 'em boppers, those big inflatable gloves. Anyway, just one night in particular, we were doing the applesauce challenge to see who could eat the most applesauce in one sitting. As per usual, my mom was in her bedroom sleeping. She was always in there. The house itself was a labyrinth full of mounds of clothing and various furniture stacked in piles. But her room, well, it was more like a cave, always pitch black and no room to move around in. To say she hoarded things was an understatement. But yeah, she spent most days and nights just held up in there sleeping. Leave me the fuck alone and let me sleep! Anyway, so we're doing the applesauce challenge, and it's nothing out of the ordinary for us. But the following day, pretty early in the morning, I had to be at the doctor for some sort of checkup. So the next morning we wake up and my mom drives me to the doctor. Joey was still over, so he was along for the ride. Now, my mom had a real short fuse when it came to fuckery, especially from us. If we started being loud or goofing off for any reason, you know, normal kid stuff, she'd usually freak out and start screaming. So, as we're driving along, Joey suddenly feels like he has to throw up. My mom pulls over, and then he's fine. He tells her, never mind, and you could tell she was getting pretty annoyed. So she's driving, and yep, he has to throw up again. When she pulls over, again, nothing. This happens like 5 or 6 more times, to the point to where she's mumbling angrily to herself. Either fucking throw up or don't! And this sets the tone for what happens next. After the doctor, we stopped to get Subway sandwiches and go back home. Joey was hanging out for a little while longer before his mom came to pick him up. As per usual, once we got home, my mom went straight back into her room and closed the door. Joey says he has to call his mom real quick, so I go out to the kitchen to get our sandwiches. The kitchen, much like the rest of the house, was pretty cluttered. So I went out there to grab the sandwiches and ended up accidentally knocking a candle off of this random table we had sitting there. My mom didn't mess around when it came to her candles. She had like probably over 100 all around the house. So, once that happened, the candle fell in slow motion and shattered on the floor. Literally everything slowed down and I heard her door fly open and her come sprinting down the hallway. Uh-oh, I thought. Here we go. All of a sudden, she comes sliding into the kitchen on her knees and she just raises her arms and looks to the sky and goes, "Why?" Oh no. She gets up and tries to corner me in the kitchen, but I run around her, drop the sandwiches, and sprint straight to my room. As I make it down the hall, she grabs the sandwiches and swings them around her head, lasso style, and flings them through my doorway, as she screams, "Shove them down your cack-sucking throats!" I look up to see Joey staring at me in disbelief, saying nothing as he holds the phone in his hand. It was on speaker, and his mom was just going, "Hello, Joey? You there? Hello?" And yeah, that was that. Just another regular day living on East 97th.